sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Jackson. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Got it. Could not make his way to the corner. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Looking for space. It's Smothers. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
The Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Throws to the wideout. Fires left side at Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now here's Sayin. Fakes to grab. On the move is the 30. It's a seam lot, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Play action, here's Manning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Here's Manning to throw. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Manning from the gun on third down. Going over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Buckeye offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Julian saying to throw. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Julian with the play fake. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Buried before he could blink.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Punt is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll start this drive from the 42. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Arch is going to throw for it. Snags it, and there's running room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Hauls it in. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Here's Arch to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Changing into the field. They'll go play action with Sayin. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Looking for room. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Arch Madness. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Complete in the middle. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Say it. Makes the grab on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. And they got it. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he
snags it and he's open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Gain of 27 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
The Buckeyes will have it first and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Sayin back to the air. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Sayin from the gun on third down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half.
Oh, they block it. He's got the ball. That one's live. Flying out to the left. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Jackson. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Say it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Spits it out to the back. It's complete on the right side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Finds his tight end. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Sayin. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the Old Dominion Monarchs. And it's the Hokies looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open the second half with a run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Manning rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll run the screen. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. The kick is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. The run inside. It's Jackson. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. Got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I've been impressed with this defense today, guys. Like, just really good job of being physical. And you've seen it show up on the defensive line with linebackers, with safeties. Everybody doing a great job filling gaps, understanding discipline, and being where they're supposed to be. Really strangled this running game for this O.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line, and I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Blasted as he lets it go. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Say it. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down. But there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Turning it on! And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the 1st half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the 2nd half.
Right back to the well. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Manning from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Now on second down.
Here we go, ready. Blue 22, blue 22.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. To throw, Manning. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Running inside, it's Smothers. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. start with a first down. Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Brown again. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. St. Clair. Here's a heat. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosion.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, St. Clair. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Gonna run it. It Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Break. Here we go.
The run inside. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Texas, 38. Ohio State, 36.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. He might want another play. On the ground, it's Smothers. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing Manning. The screen, and watch out. Breaks into the open. He'll make the play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Here's Manning to throw. Flips it out to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them, they make the tackle, and they now set up 4th down.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
At the 36. 1st down for the offense.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Tavian St. Clair under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. He's going to take off. Maybe some room here. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Throwing St. Clair. Finds his back in the middle. To running room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that, a receiver playing running back, a guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle, he sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big play for this offense. Nice versatility by the running back.
Yeah, David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority #1. Understanding late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.